Hey, welcome back to another episode of Keeping It Cartel. I am Sloan, aka the Cloud Cartel, and thank you for spending your Sorry, I'll take my glasses off because you can see all the shit in those glasses. Yeah, thank you for taking your Friday for spending the next hour and a bit with me. Sorry, I'm looking rough as arseholes. It's been a long couple of weeks, which we will get into a bit later on, but before we go any further, we will run through who we've got in chat. So if you're in, throw your name in and we will throw you up on screen. Straight off the bat, we have Duchess, who did get the time right, but I moved it back half an hour. We have the Southwest Vapor Reviews in. Hello, mate. We've got the one and only, that is Chris Doyle in. We have Stu Reppin, who's become a regular in all the shows now. So thank you for spending the time to come and check us out. We have the Mr. Tribal Buddha. How's it going, mate? Hope you're doing well. We've got my brother from another mother. We have Mr. Vaping Jedi, Josh. And my other brother from another mother. We have Mr. Birdman69, all the way from Australia. We have Dean T in, another legend in the making. We have Mallory Gates. Furtherstrode's coming again. You're becoming another regular, so we might have to start handing out some more spanners soon. We have the Vaping Snowman. Your time has nearly come. It's getting colder, which we're also going to get into today. We have anybody else? We have the sponsor and a very, very close friend of mine. We have Mr. Phil in from the Vaping Hut and also Black Rose Elixir. So thanks, Phil, for coming in, because I know you're being busy, Badger, as well, mate. Anybody else? Oh, we got Vicky and Benji in. How's it going, Vicky? Benji, getting her, making sure you're running around her. She's feeding you well. Look at that face. A little dicky bow on as well. I think, we've got the one and only Mr. Mike Haynes. Hello, mate. That was an amazing episode last week. If any of you guys didn't check it out, go watch the replay on the channel. It was one of the best episodes, if not the best episode so far. We've also got Jennifer Williams in. Oh, you're Timmy's missus. You're all right. Say hello to Timmy. Hello, Timmy. Hope you're doing well, mate. So I'm in a bit of a weird mood today. I'm sort of a lack of sleep, shall we say. Who else have we got in? I think we are all caught up. So thank you. Yeah, I am looking rough as arseholes. We've had a very long couple of weeks. So before we get talking, we're going to do a quick buffet. So let's go. Right, so I'm going to change that bumper up. I'm not overly keen on it, if I'm honest with you. So straight off the bat, we've got the Wixbridge V2, which was called Charles, but now he's King, so it's now King Charles, on the Boro mechanical mod with the old ODB wraps with the Grim Green Boro in it. Inside that, we have... Oh, this light is terrible. Own Boy Mango. Guys, in chat, throw what you're vaping on as well. And it'll be good to see. We have the billet box, and inside that we'll be talking about this as well. Still running that truss. That hasn't come out since I installed it. And inside that is the same liquid, which is Cucumber Cooler, which is outstanding liquid. We are running the Work Mech, which is actually progressively losing colour, with the Asgard Mini, with some new coils in that, and inside that is a fancy liquid that we will be talking about later on. Is Fancy Fruits, Alfonso Mango with pineapple and orange, which is a really good liquid. And lastly, decided to get out another regulated. So we've got however you call that, with the Squire, and inside that we have Sifu Mustache's Pancakes, which is outstanding liquid. In something like 2.5 weeks, I've ploughed through Jesus Cookie by Sifu, 50ml, and 120ml of his Kick It Root Down, which is bespoke root beer, which is an outstanding liquid. And drinking, we have fucking strong coffee. by Skull Crusher. So if you like really, really strong fucking coffee, and when I mean strong coffee, I mean you can only really drink one of them, you need to head over to, not quick enough, head over to skullcrushercoffee.com and grab yourself some coffee. Good thing about it is if you go skullcrushercoffee.com/Cloud Cartel official page, you will get 10% off your order. And it's worth doing it. They do ground coffee, whole bean coffee. They do coffee liqueurs. They do cold brew coffees. And they got epic merch on there and all different mugs. And if you join the coffee club, they send you a mug a month with your coffee. I think I'm on about 12 now, so I might have to get my own cupboard for my mugs because I'm overtaking the kitchen with my mugs at the moment. So, yeah, I'm only drinking coffee because I've got a show at 1 a.m., which we will talk about near the end. It's going to be good. So if you're in the UK and you're up for staying up till 1 a.m., it's going to be a fun episode. And I've actually converted Chris Doyle to Skull Crusher Coffee. This man drinks twice as much as me, if not more. And I love the fact that he loves it just as much as me. Right, let's see what else is in chat. Mike Haynes said, looking forward to meeting me and the missus at Expo. Oh, your wife is coming as well. So that'll be amazing to meet your missus as well. We'll have a bit of a catch up. Chris Doyle is vaping on a Valkyrie on the Aegis X. He has a suicide mech with a Valhalla Mini with some neon juice Slimer, which is a really good liquid. And I love we've got Phil into the whole bridge world. He's got the stubby with some Norse Cloudberry liquid. I've got a sample of that. I still haven't tried it. So I'm going to need to do. Oh, we got Mr. Scott Woods in chat. Hello, Scott. Hope you're doing well. We got Dean T that's on the intake jewel on top of Evdilo. I probably butchered that. Everything else, Ned's re-wicking. Toro Buddha's on the Purple Mantis billet box with the 415 MTL bridge and the watermelon sangria. Oh, and that does sound good. And the Voorhees Boro with the Molen bridge. The Molen bridge is outstanding. And I know you guys heard me talk about it a lot. It is such a good Boro, if not up there. For 25 quid. When I got my Molen, everything else went in the drawer. And I only vaped the Molen for like 4 or 5 months. And it was only once I started trying other things, it just fell off the line. So it looks like I'm going to be bringing that back out. Vicky went for 120 bottle of Lemon Hope in 2 weeks. Guys, if none of you ever gone over to Sifu Mustache, go hit him up, and his liquid is out of this world. How late am I? 8 minutes, mate. So you're bang on time. Oh, Timmy says he's down for Skull Crusher Coffee, mate. It's well worth it. So just remember, skullcrushercoffee.com/Cloud Cartel official page, and that'll get you the 10% off the order. They do black coffee, nootropics, which is the cognitive enhancing coffee, and they do CBD coffee, which I haven't tried. Mike Haynes is on the Guar 21 with the Arbiter 2, Dispergo Bakewell Tart, Aria with Dead Rabbit V3 with his own jam roly poly. Oh, now that's a bit of nostalgia. Jam roly poly. I wonder how that goes with liquid. Add a bit of custard to that as well. That would be amazing. And the Times Vape Saint Mech Eclipse RDA and the one and only Black Rose Elixirs Carmella. I said to Phil, I'm going to have to go and pick up some more of his liquid when I see him at Expo. Oh, Chris is on the Carmella on the Valkyrie as well. Vicky says, I just want to say thank you for getting that liquid for so many of us. No worries. I'm happy to help. I know a lot of people was really wanting to try it, and it was just a ball ache for everybody to get hold of. So it was kind of interesting nicking all those bottles, but it all worked out well in the end. So I hope you're enjoying it. Working hard now behind the scenes and teaming up with some industry giants and politicians with the missus. That's what I like to hear. So Phil's is hitting it hard. Further Strode is on the Drag 3 Troll X RTA with Sifu One Peach Man for the moment. I haven't tried the One Peach Man. Peach Among Worlds. I don't know if he's still doing it. That liquid was outstanding. Mallory has been mostly hitting on the DovePo MVV2 with the Geek Vape ZRDA. I do have 7 other setups running, all with DIY liquids, some fruits, some desserts, bakeries. I've heard great things about your liquids, Mallory. Dave Lloyd is on the QP Fatality 25 on the Hadron with his DIY pound cake. Bloody hell, you lot have got some you got some good thingies going. My mind's going. Good setups. This is the word I'm probably looking for. We got the vaping Joker in. Hope you're doing well, mate. I've even got so bad, I've actually got notes written down because I don't know whether I'm coming or going at the moment. So we will just jump straight into talk about what's going on. Phil's already spoken about me and him. I know he's working his arse off. I barely speak to him recently because we are all working hard to get this expo stuff underway and getting on top of it. It's a lot of work, especially when you're trying to keep a website stocked up and working and doing uni and doing this, that, and everything in between. And my little one, trying to help the missus out with the little one because he's a little shitbag sometimes, which most kids are. Well, he's not even one yet, so yeah. And 2 hours sleep last night, 3 hours sleep last night, and then gonna be up till like 4 o'clock in the morning after this. So trying to juggle life and all that lot is it's been hard work. So I know a lot of you probably have noticed that I've been I've been nigh on silent on social medias, on Discords, all stuff like that. It's just I'm trying to get on top of everything. So it's been hard going, but I've been enjoying it. As you can see, I haven't even bothered to shave my neck beard, and I probably look like I've been dragged through a bush backwards, but it's all in the name of harm reduction. So I'm happy to do it, and I can't wait for Expo. So that's literally been me recently. There's a lot more going on, trying to get together the huge amount of calls I'm taking with me and just handing out money left, right, and center, which I know a lot of you guys, I know Phil understands more than most. Is he walking? No, he's in one of those little running machines, or the running things with the wheels on. He just runs around and takes your toenails off and just being loud and proud and trying to stand up. So he's very much a handful. He's got 6 teeth coming through at the moment. So he has turned into a puppy. So he's chewing everything. He's chewed you, isn't he? He's chewed the missus. He chews the glass tabletop. He's bitten down on my toes. Oh, he's turned into a bit of a puppy at the moment. So it's all fun and games, I suppose. So yeah, that's literally been me recently. But first on the list is that obviously you guys have noticed, as well as everybody else, that it has been getting cold, it has been getting wet, it's been coming windy. So we are now getting a Kong. That is a really good shout. He'd probably freaking love that. With my dogs, we used to fill it full of peanut butter or something and let him go wild on it for a couple of hours. But it's been getting cold, wet, and windy, and my vaping has changed massively. I know we spoke about this when it started to get warmer, when we was talking about changing from bakeries to like more summery vapes, where I found, oh, just wait till he starts walking. I know, I'm not looking forward to that. He's going to be all over the shop. I was on a lead when I was a kid because I was running everywhere. So I'm guessing I'm probably going to have to do the same thing. But yeah, liquid wise, when I'm out, I found that it's pretty much Sifu's liquid. So some sort of desserty, like bakery type thing. But indoors, I'm still on the fruits and the ices, where previously they would have been packed away and it would have been predominantly some sort of like strawberry Danish or some sort of custardy liquid, and day and night, inside and out. But now I enjoy over morning. I don't vape desserts in the morning anymore. Where my go-to was some sort of like obviously bakery and a black coffee. But over morning now, it is literally my black coffee and cucumber. It don't go well. I will tell you that off the bat. It doesn't taste nice together. But before I used to take a drink, and as I'm sworn, I'll take a puff, so it's all like mixed in together. But now I'll have a couple of sips of coffee, and I'll sit back and have a couple of puffs. Yeah, I just realised that everything has changed in that sort of aspect, just literally overnight. But when I'm outside, it's all fucking desserts. When I'm out in the elements, it's all desserty, sort of creamy stuff. But in the house, it's just all fruits. So I don't know if you guys have realised anything different now that the weather is changing. And the only message I've seen is I'm a grumpy old fecker. Mike saying, "You ain't a grumpy old fecker. Switch to mobile for the car ride." I'll switch into mobile for the car. So I got the wrong end of the stick there. But yeah, it's very weird that just noticing it straight off the bat when normally I'd go straight for but I don't even have it out anymore. The series mech, I've that's been packed away because I realised that I wasn't vaping it as much in the morning, and I'm going more for like AIOs or a little ballroom or a billet or I don't even know what I've done with it. My Abyss with the ether bridging. I've been heading more of that for the inside, but outside is all day long is the old heavy hitter. But changing that from the Asgard to the Squire, which I'm really enjoying at the moment. I've so that's really close. I was always like the recoil was my go-to RDA. Like that was the only thing I'd really vape was the recoil and my other recoil. Or the Nightmare 25 that I really liked, but literally over the past, I would say since I've done a little build stream on it like 3 weeks ago, I've been that's all I've been vaping is the Squire. I'm loving the Squire at the moment, and it's got a new pair of Alien V2s. I think I'm going to be called it. Yeah, Alien V2s in there. They come in. They're all lower, so they're coming out at 0.08, 0.09. I should really run that on the mech, but I couldn't be asked to pull out another mech, so it's just been sitting on top of the regulated Ira, or however you want to say it. But I'm absolutely loving that. And then this was sent to me, the old Asgard 25, I think that is. We never had an Asgard, never had the bigger ones. It's just always slipped my mind. Whenever I've gone to buy a new RDA, I know you guys are probably the same. You've got a list as long as your arm of everything you want. And when it comes to being able to purchase something, you never get anything you want. I always end up magpieing and just buying random shit. And yeah, it's always slipped through. So the 25 came in, and it is absolutely outstanding. I'm loving it. I didn't think I would like it because it's the old pull the top off. It's the old Eclipse, what do they call it? The old Smoky, and it's plastic, which I'm not having. So you can actually bend it. I thought I was going to burn it massively because that was my massive issue with the what's it called? RDA for vaping. I would always burn the drip tip constantly, and I ended up having to stop using it because I was just burning plastic, and I thought I was having the same issues with that. I've got in here the V2, the V3s, which are about a 0.9 as well, and no burn at all. Absolutely outstanding flavour, and it runs really nicely. I don't know if this battery's fresh, but so you got a nice little crackle on there as well, and the flavour of it is great. Right, so we'll quickly. I know Dutch has put a nice big message in. Since I moved to New York and the weather is much cooler here than it is in Arizona, I find myself vaping more desserts all year round and not changing my liquid like I used to. Yeah, so New York is colder and you're vaping more desserts all year round. So Arizona, I don't know how you survived that long in Arizona, mate. I used to read the temperatures over there, and it was you could cook like a whole egg on the side of the pavement. So you wouldn't want to be vaping like a proper heavy dessert liquid. But obviously, you're in your element now in New York, where it's a much cooler. You can walk around in your you still walk around in your t-shirt, and that liquid goes with it. Weather does 100% change what you vape. Yeah, but somehow, as I was saying, in the house it hasn't changed. It's just when I step foot outside, where before it would change everything, every aspect of vaping within the house, outside the house, in the mornings, in the evenings. It would change everything. But now it's only when I'm outside. And we got more links getting dropped in. As long as his arm, yeah. The new Eclipse RDA is good. Yeah, I keep looking at that. Another one on the list that I probably won't ever end up buying because I'll keep forgetting. Go check if you've got little kids and you want a proper English accent reading your children bedtime stories. Go hit the link and give the missus a follow. We've started a little YouTube thing, bedtime stories for children, so you can go give that a follow. That would be much appreciated. We also have the Matt Sinister GoFundMe, which is still going. I don't know if any of you guys know Matt Sinister. I know a lot of you will, but he sadly passed, and a very nice guy, one of the good ones. So if you got spare money in your pocket, or you want to forego a coffee and a cake in the mornings or in the afternoons after work, drop that money in the GoFundMe. It will go a long way to supporting his family. We've also got another link for Kassar podcast, so make sure you go check out your advocacy. What else we got? Shake and Bake Media, who's also the sponsor for this show, who made my intro as well. Anthony Romero is an absolutely amazing fella. Thank you, Jennifer. They always have a good crackle, or as we like to call them, proper Duchess killers. So we'll wait and see. And thank you, Dutch. We're going to get into that a bit later on. It's the next episode of Codename Wired. Chris uses the Asgard Mini daily on the vert. Got to have the Kellogg's affair. Snap, crackle, and pop. Oh, exactly. Timmy's from Arizona. So, yeah, but there's nothing of Timmy. Dutch's is a fluffy fella, so I suppose he's got a lot more insulation than Timmy ever had. Okay, just talking about where they live. So that's that done. I've had a major brain fart the last 2 weeks where I have lost the ability to wick in any way, shape, or form. And when I mean I've lost the ability to wick, I've lost the ability to be able to pull the amount of cotton that's needed, which for many years you could pretty much do it with your eyes closed. But one day, my brain has gone, you're forgetting how to do that, and has deleted it from my brain. I got so pissed. I was using Cloud9 and I buggered up a whole strip of it. Or I cut enough, but you can get probably 4 coils on the 2.5. I buggered up all of them. Oh, Redbeard's in. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, waiting is the hardest part. And I managed to fuck every single one of it up. Pulled it through, tore it. Too much, too little. Went to tuck and managed to pull the wick out. Just completely lost the ability to wick. So I've got a sneaky bag of cotton bacon in there, which I stopped using because obviously I moved to Cloud9. And I thought, fuck it, I'm going to sit here until I've relearned how to wick. 2 whole strips it took me to wick 1 RDA. I completely lost the ability to wick. And then I was like, shit, have I lost the ability to be able to install coils? Turns out I'm cool with everything else. Just somehow wicking fucked me massively. It has taken me 2 weeks to be able... Nat Rid, how's it going, mate? To be able to wick properly again. Literally, last couple of days, or last day and a half, I've been fine. But somehow I've lost it. I lost the ability. It wasn't even like I was doing it a little bit wrong. I just could not wick for love nor money. I don't know what happened because I regularly re-wick probably once every other day or once a day sometimes. And it literally was I wicked fine that morning, went to work, vaped, or got home, thought I'll re-wick that for the morning, and then it didn't happen. So I found it quite interesting that happened to me. So I want to throw it out to you guys. Has that ever happened to you? Or is it just weirdo me that lost the ability to wick? Because it made me think, am I one day just going to lose the ability to remember how to walk or talk or something? Because it just come out of nowhere. So, has any of you guys ever lost the ability to wick or anything else, or even in life in general, that you've been able to do perfectly well, no issues for years, and then all of a sudden it just goes? It's like, it made me think, what if I lose the ability to be able to hold my shit in and I'm just walking down the road and just accidentally shit myself? I know that's happened in the past, but that's due to too much alcohol back in the day. But no, I'm on a serious note. Has that ever happened to you guys? I re-wick more than once, one device every 3 days minimum, so I have it down pretty well. See, that's the thing. I had it down. I've never had issues really with wicking. It's like the only time I ever. Welcome to getting older. Oh, cheers. Thanks. I've got a lot more to come. But it's like I've never ever had an issue. Maybe when I moved to like RTAs, I know back like 4 years ago, I had an issue, or 3 years ago, I had an issue with RTAs, so I never used them. But then learned how to wick them properly, and then I've had no issues with it since. But somehow, for nearly a solid 2 weeks, I just could not get it down. So what have we? Never wick, but I've lost the ability to build a coil. Thankfully, at least there's something. Dean T, straight off the bat, no. Oh, Chris Doyle. Oh, love you, guy. Just chucking in the links you need. If you want Cloud Cotton in the UK and Black Rose Elixirs, you need to check out the Vape Hut Malden. The link's in the chat, so make sure you go check it out. I am in the zone wicking wise, but see patience in meetings with time wasters is gone. Sometimes repetitive actions fail, just a glitch in the matrix. I literally think it was my brain just playing silly buggers and was like, you ain't going to be able to do this now for a while. Let's see how you handle it. Yeah, can re-wick in the dark, no issues. I've never had issues. I've re-wicked in traffic before, sitting at traffic lights. Never had an issue with it. That's what I mean. It just during the day, my brain was like, nah, not for you anymore. Puppy needs rawhide shoes, I guess. Timmy will lose his shiz anytime he thinks he has lost a grove building. Takes him an hour, but it always comes back. Yeah, I've had those. I call them the bad mojo days when you're building it and you just can't get it. It just doesn't happen. It's just not your time. Get up, mooch around, disappear, or just move on to another build and then come back to it, and you're generally all right. But this literally was someone going to my brain computer and go, delete. Like, accidentally leant on the button. Really weird. But I'm all right now. But it was just a very, very odd thing. Ian was saying, oh, we got Ian Covenant in. He didn't say hello. Wicking is always a lovely thing. Breestone's inspired and tall. Yeah, it's similar to the old bacon roll, or not bacon roll. He called it the bacon roll. It was the Scottish roll. Yeah, I used to love doing stuff like that. Just sit there for an hour, spread everything out, and so it's all cut and ready to go. But yeah, I even think if I'd done that, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Is it possible that you are overworked inside? Do you know what? That probably might be what it was. Probably, but it took me a long time. There was it was so bad I didn't want to take pictures. It literally was like the first couple of weeks of learning how to re-wick again. I got to the point where I was tempted, but never did. Go and buy Firebolt cotton. There's already got the shoelace on, so you just pull it through and cut it. But yeah, no, you probably was overworked and tired, so that might have been what it was. But coils wasn't an issue. It was just somehow the wicking side of it. Ian, please tell me you've got the parcel. I think we're all caught up with chat at the moment. So what I wanted to move on to, just quickly, is we've already sort of spoken about it. Is my new love affair with the Squire. I go through these stages of being obsessed with an RDA and won't use anything else, and will be to the point of, if I'm going out, I'll put it on the mech. And when I get home, I will take it off that and put it on like a home device. So well, it's just because it's in front of me. Just threw my glasses. Like the Aria, or even throwing it on like the Suicide side by side, just because I love it so much. I don't care what it looks like. I just love the vape of it. And I had that for... Fucking dropped him again. I had that with the OG Recall. I used that predominantly for 2 years. Never went to anything else. Then I had it with the Nightmare 25, and now I've got it with the Squire. I've had a play about with positioning, which does actually make a hell of a difference. But that Squire, I would suggest... I haven't tried the Rye, which is the next one that I want to try, just to tell the difference. But a lot of people are saying the Squire is better than the Rye. But if you can get hold of it, guys, and you want to give it a go, 99 Wraps make them. I can't remember where that came from, but just Google it and you'll probably be able to pick it up in the sales somewhere for like 40 quid or something like that. But the airflow combinations are, you can proper dial it in. And the build deck is a bit different, but it's different, but it's still familiar, if that makes sense. So it's what else we got? I love you so much, but no. Oh no, I thought it was telling that to me. Tribal said the Squire is solid. Yeah, I just love the airflow on it. If you can position your coils perfectly, so you can either have it... I don't know if any of you guys have said it. This is very liquidy, so you can proper dial it in with the 3 different... Sorry about the state of my hands. The 3 different airflows that sit over these 2 sets of holes, but you can proper dial it down, and the flavour of it is so good. I'm gonna have a little puff now. Very nice. Vicky's saying I went down the Boro rabbit hole. Welcome. Kinda. Got a Pulse AIO and a Pulse AIO 0.5. I actually like them a lot more than I thought I would. They are great for getting into it. I know the vessel is... I still haven't built my vessel. It's in the garage. I promise you, I will build it and give you my opinions on it. But if you don't want to go down the £100 and something pound Boro world, I would... the bridge world, sorry. I would stick the Molan bridge, solid 25 quid. In America, I'm not sure about exchange rates or shipping costs, so it might cost you a little... It will cost you a little bit more, so like $40 probably. That is well worth getting your hands on. The good thing about that as well, it's a piece of piss to build, and where you've got on most Boros, like if you see where the hole is, that's where it wicks. With the Moland, it's underneath, so you don't have to worry about dry hits as quickly. So you can run it all the way down, and you don't have to worry. And the airflow pins, they go from MTL all the way up to like quite a big restricted direct lung. And I swear by the Moland for testing the waters type job. I know it's unpopular opinion, but the truss is really good. I have to ask Mrs. How much did you pay for the truss?
Oh gosh, I forgot.
You forgot?
Yeah.
Was it under 40 quid?
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
So for under 40 quid, I know Signature Tips does them, but the truss is a really good restricted direct lung. As you saw earlier, I'm running it on the billet. Wicking it is a bit different because you have to it's trying to tuck and go down rather than sort of like just tuck it, but you have to proper tuck it in between the coil and like a wall, so you're sort of proper damming it. But the truss is outstanding. I know a lot of people said, "Oh, I don't like the truss. It's not all that," but I would say for under 40 quid, it's well worth it. But if you're looking to go proper money, Wicked Bridge V2 or the Wicked Bridge, I think that's the one it is. Not the Wicked Bridge V1, the one in between the V1 and the V2. There's the Wicked, I think it's called. That's meant to be the best one. Also, a temporal. I was running mine on the suck box. Very, very weird building that thing. It is, because it's literally just like a little lip that you just sort of, you don't even tuck, you just sort of place. But I never had no issues with mine, none at all. So that's another good one by Dan Vape. So I would say give them a good go. The pulse is great because you're not walking around with like a 280-pound billet box in your hand. But failing that, if you want to get something a bit different, I'd go for the suck box because that comes in like a plastic cage. I've dropped mine many a times and I've had no issues with it at all. Bit of fiddling, but once you get it down, you'll have no issues. Who else is there? Did I find the key to the squad? Mate, I haven't even looked yet. It's going to be after this show before the next one. I will find it because I still need to get everything ready. Stubby is amazing quality and comes with just under an 8mm boro, which is outstanding. And Phil was the one that I even freaking rebuilt him the Atmazu. I think it was the vape snail or something. He was like, no. I was like, mate, you haven't found the right one. You need a proper MTL. He's gone and got the stubby and he's fallen in love. So the stubby, I haven't vaped one. I've only seen pictures of it. But it works for him. So if you're an MTL guy and you're a stock coiler, because I think he was using I'm going to call it the Optimus Prime. I know that's not what it's called. I remember it was white and black. So I feel whatever one you was using, chuck it in chat. He was using one of them and is now on the stubby. So they cater for everything. What else have we got? I like the vessel and it going to get the tighter X IBA. Yeah, see, the only thing I'm always really weird about these bridges because some of them are just so fucking damn expensive, or you have to go into a lottery to get them, which is getting less and less now because it's getting more and more commercial. But something like the Pioneer Insider is a good way to go. I've vaped one, haven't owned one. That is on the list as well. What's your thoughts on the stubby? A good second buy. Vape Snail was poo until Snow built it properly. But he was running that on the Cthulhu, which obviously airflow is a major deal. Oh, and that's another thing. If you're buying the temporal, the airflow, so on a billet box and on the pulse, the airflow's on the side. So if you're looking at that, your airflow will go through there. Sorry, other way, through there and out there. Sorry, what's this, man? Sorry, everyone was in for just a quick see you. Gregor, see you later, mate. Thank you for stopping by. Your dad's awesome, mate. Be nice to him. Is here. Where the antemporal, the airflow is here. So if you got a billet box, you put your battery on, you put your cover on, there's no airflow. Dan Vape do sell, I think they're like 20 quid, plastic panels that have the airflow cut into them. But I also know Mission do panels with the air with like cutouts at the front. They're really pricey. They're not worth the money, but get on Facebook groups. I think some companies on Etsy and stuff like that will just do handmade ones, which aren't that pricey, or you'll be able to find them on Facebook groups and that do little handmade panels to fit. But just remember, if you've got a billet box or a pulse and you're looking for the temporal, just remember the airflow and get the panels with it, or pre-buy the other panels as well, so when it turns up you can vape it, or just vape it without the door. It's simple as. But yeah, no, that I did really enjoy that. What else? Would the insider fit in the standard tank on the Pulse? Yeah, I think they would all pretty much fit in. I don't think I've ever had a bridge that hasn't fitted in a Boro tank. Your only issue maybe is the tolerances within the tank. If you've got an SXK Boro tank, I think they sell them on Pro Vapes, all that shit. Just the SXK version, which is a clone of it. The tolerances are extremely high, so it takes a lot of force to get that chimney in, giving you the more of a chance of bending it. If you're going to get one and you're going to get an SXK, my only advice to you is get yourself a pencil, put it in the chimney, and just give it a really slow push. Don't jam it because you'll bend the chimney. But the tolerances are so high. I would suggest heading over to Obey Robots. They're probably like 30 or 40 quid, but they're cheaper than if you go to somewhere like Mission or you go to actual billet box when you're paying £90 for the Boro tank itself. I'll take it out of here just to show you. So this is the Obey Robots one. Let me just undo this. A little bit of condensation on there, quite a lot. But they're just standard Boro tanks. This is the Grim one, but the tolerances on this are quite low. So you can push it a little bit of a flood, but I caught it. So it's just a little tap and it will come out. Where with the SXKs, the tolerances are too high. So just remember that if you're going down that route, be careful with the SXK ones, especially the ones from places like Pro Vapes and stuff like that. Because I do have one, and I have actually managed to bend the chimney on, can't remember what it is, but where you got the chimney at the top, just the corner has bent in, where literally I was on the edge of the table trying to push it in. So that's all. That's the only thing I would suggest. Or no matter how much liquid you put on that O-ring at the top and the bottom, it's still going to be a really tight fit. But once you get it in there, you're going to have no issues. Mike, I can't fault it. Outstanding build quality, great design all over. The airflow is, for me, perfect. It's what I like to hear. I'm getting better each day. Just have to get sleep. Problem sorted. Call me if you need anything, Mike. I'm always here. I have with me an Expo, Mike, if you want to take a deeper look. I'm really, really far behind chat. I'm really sorry, guys, if I miss it. Oh, Phil sold out in under a week of his stubbies. What I'll do quickly before I go any further in chat, as we're talking about Boros, I wanted to show you guys the brand new Ether Boro, because if any of you guys have had the let me just get this chat all the way to the beginning. There we go. We're up today. If any of you guys had the Abyss, they made the Ether bridge, but only for the Abyss. So the actual bridge was circular, so you couldn't get it in a Boro tank. It could only be in the tank for the Abyss. But Bogan has released, and I'll bring it up on screen. Fuck it if I get a strike. I do not care. Are we sharing? Are we sharing? Not yet. Right. This is the Ether Boro. So he's actually teamed up with Suicide Mods again. Sorry, I got hiccups. And released one especially for the Boro, Boro tank. The airflow pins. You know what I'm on about. Let's see if we can. The airflow pins are a 0.5, so that is going properly to your MTL vapors all the way up to a 4mm. So you could put that on anything from, if you want to run really, really low wattage, high ohms in your billet box, in your pulse, you're absolutely fine. Or you can chuck in the massive 4mm, throw it in a mech boro, and just put a lower ohm coil, and have a proper, if not a direct hit for a direct lung for a billet box. I'm really impressed with the look of it. The actual deck is identical to what you would have got in the Ether RTA and the Ether bridge for the Abyss, but obviously he's just squared it off, and it's great because it's got the integrated boro tanks, the liquid tanks as well. So you don't have to go out and buy another boro tank or anything like that. You can just use this one. You can just buy that and get yourself a pulse if you haven't got it. If you've got a pulse, you don't need another boro, and it's an all-in-one pretty much. My only thing that I don't know, but I want to say it's better than with the vapes now, where I don't know if you can see where we got here, where it snaps onto the tank, where you've got this O-ring, the black O-ring at the bottom. I don't think there's no better pictures. Oh yeah, the O-ring underneath the actual bridge. On something like the snail, if you knocked it a smidge, the tank would fall off. I've done that a million times. I know Phil. I think Phil done it. Sorry if I threw you under the bus and you haven't done it, or you have, but I'm hoping that he's listened to that, because I know he had the issue that he brought up in his review when it came out, that it's really loose. But once it's in there and it's cranked down and it's all set in there, it's not going to come apart. So I do hope that he has taken some of his own criticisms with the vape snail and has put that tolerances up. So that's really good if he has, because you could fill that with, say, like a bakery liquid, then have something, say, like the vessel or an actual boro tank with like a molen in it with a fruit in it. So you can interchange them without worrying about, if you knock that, it's just going to dump all the liquid on the side. It's got 8 airflow pins. It's obviously got the boro tank on it. 3 times tank reservoir, which is this little business here, and the spare bags. Ultim tank reservoir as well. It's got a smoked PCTG and a clear and a 510 adapter. Yeah, I saw this. I literally just saw the front cover, and I was quite interested to see what it is. And I'm really liking the look of this. This is definitely going to be one of those ones on the list. It's retailing. This is on the Suicide website, £460. I honestly don't. I can honestly tell you now, if you put that into your Google, you'd find it for a little bit cheaper. Probably quite a bit cheaper, because you generally find Suicide mods, apart from their Ether RTA, which is one of the cheapest, it's obviously bumped up the price. So you'll probably be able to find it for like £35 on or £30 on one of the UK sites. So I will be heading over and picking one up when the time is right. What else have we got? Anyone got any good recommendations from very good MTL boros? Well, a 0.05 millimeter airflow is probably right up your alley. So I would say the Ether boro, but I have never tried it, so I wouldn't want to put my name on it. But maybe something to check out. 'Cause it's not pricey at all, considering it's brand new and it's a bridge. So, but I suppose mass produce brings that cost all the way down. So what else have we got in chat? So would you say the Squire's tasty? Yes. Sorry, Stu, you said that quite a while ago. I would say get your hands on a Squire as soon as possible. You won't be disappointed with the Squire. Just make sure you build it correct. Because if not, it's just a bit weird. But it's the same with like the Nightmare 25. If you don't build it the right way and you don't position those coils properly, it's not as good, but it still is good. Dutch is saying the Squire is his favourite. If you hadn't gotten one yet, I would highly recommend it. What else we got? Anyone else? The 415 clone. Oh, we don't agree with clones on there. Only joking. If it keeps you off the cigarettes, crack on. Chris Doyle's chucked in chat. Thank you very much. A link to our Discord. The Cloud Cartel does have its own Discord page. It's just a great fun place. Hit the link if you got Discord. Please read the rules first. I do have moderators in there. They are called Sergeant at Arms, and they take all responsibility for making sure that everyone's being nice to each other. There's no bullying or anything that involved. If they tell you to pack it in, do as you're told. If they kick you out, I back them out. I back them all the way. They've got all my support. So we want to keep it a fun, safe place for everybody. There's different links on there for music. A couple of the guys love their video games, so they've got their own channel on there. There's a booze channel for people that like to drink. We've got a healthy eating one because Fatty's on a diet, so I need to lose a bit of weight. And I know Tobias, I don't think he's in chat today, he's wanted to healthy eating as well. We've got King Solo, who's a little gym man, so he's been helping out as well. So we have pretty much a bit of everything on there. So you can head over to that link and join the Discord. And we have a playlist as well that you can add your own music to. So we have a big playlist of all our music. What else have we got? Breadsbeard also loves the Squire. Anthony Ramelis, sorry, he's like, it's absolutely fine, mate. It's all good. We gave you a shout out earlier on, but we'll give you another one now. If you want anything multimedia needs, head over to shakeandbakemedia.com. But better still, this is good that you're here, because we're going to take a second to hear from one of our sponsors. So that is Shake and Bake Media. Anything multimedia, head over to shakeandbakemedia.com or at Shake and Bake Media. And they're your one-stop shop for all your adverts, for logos, intros, outros, social media ads, anything like that. Head over to Shake and Bake Media, or you can follow the main man himself at _Anthony Ramella. Sorry, you're in chat. Anthony Ramella. Over on the Instagrams. He's also on the Friday Fallout with Chris Vandal. Go check that show. It is fucking hilarious. Don't go over your lighthearted. If you're up for a good bit of banter and a good laugh, make sure you go check them out over on Chris Vandal's YouTube channel. What else have we got in chat? Oh, there's your link to the Spotify playlist. You can go give that a follow and chuck in some music if you want. Make sure you go give Black Rose Elixir a follow. I don't know whether you saw it on the intro to the show, but we will show you now. So another sponsor of ours is Black Rose Elixir Liquids. You have Black Best, Faust, and Carmilla, sorry. 3 epic liquids. So make sure you head over to blackroseelixirs.com and grab yourself some very, very tasty liquids. But they are also owned by the Vape Hut in Malden, Brights Path. If you want anything vape related, head over to the Vape Hut over on your Googles and pick yourself up some Black Rose Elixir liquids. And whilst you're there, you can grab some Cloud Cartel coils as well, because they are an official seller of the Cloud Cartel coils. He has everything that you will ever need, and I believe he does stock Cloud9 coil cotton as well. So what better? Get yourself some nice coils, really nice liquid, and some great cotton as well. And just try and elevate your vaping experience that a little bit more. So make sure you head over to Black Rose Elixirs on Instagram and the Vape Hut Malden on Instagram, and give them all a follow, give them a like, go spend your money. God, these links are being dropped thick and fast. Thank you, Chris. You can also go and follow me at Cloud Cartel official page if you want to look at some vapey pictures. What else we got? Chris is in there again with the Shake and Bake Media link, so make sure you go give Shake and Bake Media a follow. No, sorry, my bad. Friday Fallout is on the Friday Fallout channel on the in YouTube. So just type in Friday Fallout and make sure you give them a subscribe. Go watch their stuff. Share it around. They need more and more people viewing because it is a great show. We also have Frank Undy that's popped in. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. Mike Haynes saying awesome liquids. If you haven't tried them, do so. Ian Carmilla, he's giving it all the hearts and all the flowers. Always, Anthony, always there for you. So, I've been rambling. So, we've done that. What I want to talk to you about is some liquids. I got two of the new Dispergo liquids. So, we have... these lights are terrible. Sorry, I'm going to have to update them. Fancy Fruits, which is an Alfonso mango with pineapple and orange. And we have the second one, which is Albion strawberry with pink grapefruit. Very fancy. For the price, they are very good liquids for the price. So if you don't want to spend too much money, and they're tasty liquids, don't get me wrong. They are really good liquids, but what you remember is for the price of the liquids, which is, I think they're like 2 for 20 quid. So they work out a lot cheaper than what you would probably normally spend on liquids. But if you don't know what you want and you don't want to spend too much, head over and grab some of these because you're not going to be disappointed. They are really good liquids. So these were from Dispergo Vaping, 100ml bottles, 2 for 20 quid over on Dispergo Vaping website. So, go give them a go. You won't really go wrong. The other 3 liquids that I got is from a person that I only met not that long ago. If any of you know Forgotten Factions, I never heard of them before, but they are UK new liquid. Apparently, he's got a new line coming out. So we have... sorry about this camera. This Forgotten Factions. We've got Dagger Tooth, which is an apple and blackcurrant. That is really, really good. If you ever liked the Ultimate Puff lines, and they had the Ultimate Puff Rainbow, Ultimate Puff Blackcurrant, and the apple and mango, and the apple and blackcurrant. This is that, but with no ice. It's a really good liquid. But I ended up adding, I vaped a bit of it, and I was like, I need a bit of ice in that. So I took a bit out and put some Coolada in it, and it just gives you that next level. If you're not into your ice and you really like that sort of stuff, seriously, give these guys a go. Forgotten Factions. I know he's doing a bundle at the moment. I don't know whether they're all gone, so they might just type in Forgotten Factions bundle and go check them out, because you have the Dagger Tooth. We have Blue Lagoon, which is a blue raspberry slush, which is really good. And we have Sparrow's Gold, which is summer fruits. Don't get me wrong, these are well worth buying. For someone that's just, I think he's a one-man army, they are really good liquids. So it's worth giving them a go. So head over to Forgotten Factions, and he should still have three bundle, which is these 3, and I think they worked out at 30 quid. So stick it into your Googles and go buy some, because I'm really enjoying them. So yeah, I know he's bringing out a new line very, very soon. So I'll be looking forward to seeing that as well. The whole range. Oh, Mike Haynes got the whole range of Dispergo in, all nicked up and steeping. The strawberry one is nice, but I'm not sold on it because it's not really up my alley. Really, strawberry I'm more like with desserts rather than like a straight strawberry. Pink grapefruit I couldn't really taste, but it was a nice liquid. But the mango, pineapple, and orange, I'm pineapple blind. There's only one liquid that I can taste pineapple in, and that is Franken-Atticus. They're pineapple and can't remember what it was. I can taste the pineapple in that. I can't taste the pineapple in there, but the orange and mango together is really good. So it is a nice liquid. I've sort of gone down the orange rabbit hole of liquids because I tried to make a mandarin orange one that I'm actually really enjoying. So that's like a mandarin orange with some mango in it as well. But that's my one. Still has a slight tinge of moldy forest to it, but it's tasting a lot better once it's steeping. But yeah, you can't go wrong with any of these liquids. So if you fancy trying something and you don't mind whether it's not up your alley or not, you just want to try something a bit fruity and different, mate, you're not going to be disappointed to give them a go. So hang on, let me get rid of that. Got done that. God, we're getting through. We're already an hour in. We do good news. It's not news, but I found it and I thought it was good, so we're gonna do it. Right. So good news. It is good news, but let's just get into it. Basically, I always check UK VIA on a regular basis for anything new and fancy that's come out that's worth knowing about. It's not news as per se, but they have added on the UK VIA website this online shopping guide, which is outstanding. What you can do is on the front of it, they have these are the UK VIA retail members that operate online. So this is what they class as reputable vape companies, online shops that you can use. So there's quite a few on there. There's all this stuff here. So there's not that many, but there's enough. But what they've also got, which was Find a Store. So these are stores that they class as reputable to shop from. So we can just stick in, let's just pick a random, we'll just go Brighton. So just type it in there, or you do your postcode. Trust me, because did I spell that wrong? Yeah, I spelled that completely wrong. I bucketed this up, haven't I? Let's just put in Westminster. So this didn't go so. There we go. So these in Westminster are all what they class as reputable shops that you can purchase your good old vape from. So you're not looking at corner shops that sell mobile phones, money exchanges, change your gold, cash your checks, and the occasional vape that you're going to spend 30 quid on. So yeah, I just thought this was an interesting thing for them to do, and I thought I haven't seen it anywhere else, so it's not news, but I just thought I would show it because I was quite interested in it, and I thought it was a good little thing that the UK are doing. Right, so what I'm going to quickly do now is I'm just going to talk about what's up and coming, just so you know. After this show, if you're about 1 o'clock in the morning UK time, or I can't remember what it is in America, Time Lords in chat. I know you've chucked it in before, but can you chuck in the time zones for the green room? If you haven't seen it, Codename Y, which was me, Duchess, and Jay, went on to the green room and done a build off. So we had to build the coils, install and vape them. One of the guys on the show, Sean Typhoon, also known as the Angry Hippie, between the hosts, they do build off, so just install and vapes, and they get people, and I know Duchess has been in there. I've been called out by Sean Typhoon to do a build off with him with the Squire. I decided to accept it, And so tonight, well, technically in the morning, at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'll be over on the Frames Janklin Vapor channel for doing the live build off between me and Sean. If I win, apparently, I think I call someone else out for another build off, but we will be doing a race build. Thank you, Anthony. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to get over there and have a giggle at me, fuck about at 1 o'clock in the morning trying to install some coils. It's a good laugh, and they generally play games as well. So make sure, actually, whilst I'm there, I might as well just throw the link in chat. I don't know what I'm on about. Let's do this. So we'll type in green room. That should pop up. And have a guess what? It doesn't. It doesn't. Here we go. This is the one we want. So this is me. So share, copy. Oh, he's fucking beating me to it. So I've thrown it in there anyway. Make sure you go like and subscribe to his channel. And if you're about at that time, come cheer me on, because I've been talking shit to him for quite a while, saying I'm going to kick his ass at it. I'm probably not, because I'm not very good at that sort of shit. But it's harmless fun. It's harmless fun, and it's a good laugh. So make sure you go and check that out. That is at 1 o'clock in the morning. Saturday, which is tomorrow at midnight UK time, is the next episode of Across the Pond with me, Josh, and Angela on this channel. Because I've been so busy, I normally pre-do the streams and all the thumbnails and that a week in advance, pretty much when the show's done. That Monday, I get them done. I ain't had time to do it. So I will be doing those streams tomorrow. So if you're subscribed to this channel, it will pop up that I have uploaded it. If not, hit that subscribe button and you'll get notified of it. And then on Sunday is the next episode of Codename Wired with me, Duchess, and Jay. That is at 10:30 UK time. Time Lord, throw in those times. So you can come over and check the three of us, me, KVTV, and Duchess, talking all things coil. We'll end up with just harmless banter and having a good old laugh, which is always fun. Sorry, I had a major brain fart then. Here we go. Thank you, Duchess. 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 10:30 GMT. It's BST at the moment, isn't it? No, it's not. It's GMT. So we're not British Summer. Anyway, I'm not very good at timings. Sean won the build-off champion with my coils. Is that the one that he didn't have to strum? He was a lucky bastard and got those pairs that he had no hotspots whatsoever. There is one true Time Lord, and that is Doctor Who. I never watched Doctor Who. I was never really a sci-fi watcher until a couple of years ago when I watched Star Wars for the first time, like 4 years ago. I don't even think it was that long ago. Vaping Joker. It is not Taz. I've had a lot of people ask. It is Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy. I am looking for a Tasmanian Devil one. But yeah, no, it's Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy. I just wanted something a bit different. Who didn't like Ren and Stimpy when there was a kid? But yeah, so we are coming to that time of the show. What we're going to do now is this. It is shout out time. As I am pretty brain dead, I'm not going to be squealing left, right, and center. So, guys, chuck in chat. Everybody you want to shout out. Guys, if you're watching it on replay, open up that chat and make sure you like and subscribe to all these people. So, for the next 30 seconds, I need keyboard warriors out there throwing in your friends, family, or anything that you think deserves a follow. I'm going to give my 4. And just need to show a bit of love. Right off the bat, I think you need to go over and follow Mike Haynes. You need to go and give in charity to the Global Acts of Unity, which is his charity. And that's mikehaynes.globalactsofunity. He does some amazing work. So if you've got time, which you all have time, even when you're having a poo, even when you're on your train going to work, or you're laying in bed before you go to sleep, make sure you go give his page a read all the awesome things he does, and go show him some love. Second one right out the bat, I want to give Twisted Timmy a shout out. Him and his missus are in chat. He's a lovely bloke. He came on Codename Wired, and I had an amazing time. So make sure you go over to Twisted Timmy's Coils, go give him a like and a subscribe, a like and a follow. I don't think he has a YouTube. And go show some love to fellow coil builder from across the pond. Yeah, here we go. Chris Doyle's chucked it in chat. Mike Haynes' Instagram page. Go give him a follow. Show him some love. My third person, I'm actually going to shout out my missus. Oh, hang on. There we go. That's his website. So if you're in replay, open up that chat. Go give his page a read. And just remember, it'll cost you, say, £4 for a coffee and something at Starbucks. Go a morning without that, or make the coffee at home and give that money in charity. It will come back round. You will reap the rewards, and you'll be helping out a fucking amazing cause. So please do that. I'm gonna. So my third one is I'm gonna shout out the missus for putting up with me the last couple of weeks. I've been working, coiling, doing all this shit, and she's literally kept this household going. She's cooked, she's cleaned, that she always does, but she does even more. So give a shout out to my missus. Thank you for being so awesome. It is also our wedding anniversary next week. So where's the calendar? So 2 days before my next show, it's going to be my anniversary. So happy anniversary from the past. Who else? My last one. Who should I shout out? I'm going to shout out chat. If it isn't for you guys sticking around, listening to me ramble and chat shit for an hour and a half, I'd be doing this to myself. So thank you, everybody, for showing me love and support, and just being there and being fucking awesome. Resbeer's shouting out Sifu Mustache Liquids and grilled cheese sandwiches. I'll take the first one. Not good with cheese. Well, no, cheese don't agree with me, but we won't go down the gutter just yet. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. The missus deserves a medal, putting up with this ugly mug for 3 years. I think we married, but we've been mates for 16. So she's been put up. Yes. If you like T-shirts and you want some cool T-shirts, Andy Ramella also has a merchandise line, oinksquad.com. So that can be my other shout out. Number 5 is oinksquad.com. So make sure you go over there and spend some money on some merchandise, because he deserves all the support. Mallory Gates, my shout out goes to all those that help everyone who vapes and uses THR products staying cigarette free. That is a good shout out. So shout out. Oh, tune in tomorrow for a bigger. Yeah, no, it's not tomorrow, you plonker. It's Sunday. It's not tomorrow. Sunday, Duchess has got a shout out. He's got some big announcement. I know what it is, but I'm not going to give anything away. So make sure, for all you American watchers out there that love a bit of Duchess. No, seriously, on a serious note, this man has been working seriously hard behind the scenes. So make sure you check out Codename Wired on this Sunday, and you'll get some good news. Mallory Gates saying you deserve the Purple Heart. So yeah, before we go, because we're an hour and 17 minutes in, we're going to do the last little section, which is Words of Wisdom. I'm going to have a little puff first. So if everybody wants to take 2 seconds and shout out Dripper Labs for their amazing website, and Nick, because Nick is a fucking amazing bloke, the Dripper Labs fella. Congratulations to him. He's got a little one. He's a new daddy. and he's working hard at home and at work. So shout out to a fellow young dad out there. Shout out to Sloan for being an arsehole like me. Oi! Yeah, I suppose. But it's not really being an arsehole, is it? It's just bantering with each other. So it's the same thing, I suppose. Right. So this is Words of Wisdom. So what we do is it's a little book from the Dalai Lama. I'm not Buddhist and that, but he has some interesting shit to say. So what we do is we stop and we read the first thing that comes up. So this one says, one wants happiness and doesn't want suffering. And on the basis of that, one enters into good actions and avoids bad actions. Let me read that again. My dyslexia kicked me in the bollocks for a second then. One wants happiness and doesn't want suffering. And on the basis of that, one enters into good actions and avoids bad actions. What's this? Buddha says, a jug fills drop by drop. Do you think it says don't eat yellow snow? Do you know what? It probably does. Because there is one in here talking about trying to have sex with a mosquito. That's the only one I remember. But yeah, if that helps you in any way or it makes you think, then it's done its job. So we've come to that time. It's the end of the road for tonight. If you are well inclined and you want to stay up for another couple of hours and watch me fuck up a build off, make sure you check out Frames, Janklin Vapor, and you bastard, I just punched the table. And what I will watch, Dutch has already chucked it in chat. It's probably still here. So hopefully that's to his, or it could be to some random YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to him, make sure you subscribe to his channel. He has some fucking awesome shows on there. He's got a podcast as well. So, yeah, it's the same as Dutch's. So make sure you give him a like and subscribe. So we are done. So until next Friday, just be nice to each other.